ये आकाशवाणी है। अब आप चंद्रिका जोशी से समाचार सुनिए। झारखंड मुक्ति मोर्चा कांग्रेस राष्ट्रीय जनता दल गठबंधन झारखंड में नई सरकार बनाने जा रहा है। गठबंधन ने विधानसभा की 81 में से 47 सीटें जीती हैं। नेता चुनने के लिए झारखंड मुक्ति मोर्चा विधायक दल की आज बैठक होगी। गठबंधन में झारखंड मुक्ति मोर्चा ने 30 और कांग्रेस ने 16 सीटें जीती। भारतीय जनता पार्टी को 25 सीटें मिली हैं। झारखंड विकास मोर्चा को 3 और ऑल झारखंड स्टूडेंट्स यूनियन को 2 सीटों पर सफलता मिली है। राष्ट्रीय जनता दल, राष्ट्रवादी कांग्रेस पार्टी और भारतीय कम्युनिस्ट पार्टी एमएल एक एक सीट जीतने में सफल रही है। जमशेदपुर पूर्वी सीट से चुनाव हारने के बाद मुख्यमंत्री रघुवर दास ने राज्यपाल द्रौपदी मुर्मू को त्यागपत्र सौंप दिया है। राज्यपाल ने नई सरकार के गठन तक उन्हें कार्यवाहक मुख्यमंत्री बने रहने को कहा है। झारखंड मुक्ति मोर्चा के कार्यकारी अध्यक्ष हेमंत सोरेन ने कहा कि महागठबंधन सरकार ने राज्य के लोगों की आकांक्षाएं पूरी करेंगी। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने हेमंत सोरेन और झारखंड मुक्ति मोर्चा के नेतृत्व वाले गठबंधन को विधानसभा चुनाव में जीत पर बधाई दी है। श्री मोदी ने भारतीय जनता पार्टी को कई वर्षों तक राज्य की सेवा करने का अवसर देने के लिए झारखंड की जनता को धन्यवाद दिया। इस बीच झारखंड मुक्ति मोर्चा के निर्वाचित सदस्यों की आज रांची में बैठक हो रही है। इसमें विधायक दल का नेता चुना जाएगा। पार्टी प्रमुख शिबू सोरेन बैठक की अध्यक्षता करेंगे। पार्टी के कार्यकारी अध्यक्ष हेमंत सोरेन को पार्टी विधायक दल का नेता चुने जाने की संभावना है। कांग्रेस विधायक दल भी अपना नेता चुनने के लिए बैठक करेगा। महागठबंधन के सहयोगी दलों की भी आज बैठक होने की संभावना है, जिसमें हेमंत सोरेन को गठबंधन का नेता चुना जाएगा। उपराष्ट्रपति एम वेंकैया नायडू ने कहा है कि आतंकवादी गतिविधियों से प्रगति के रास्ते निरंतर बाधित होते हैं। श्री नायडू ने कहा कि भारत पाकिस्तान समेत अपने सभी पड़ोसियों के साथ शांतिपूर्ण संबंध चाहता है। नई दिल्ली में जम्मू कश्मीर की छात्राओं से बातचीत में श्री नायडू ने कहा कि अनुच्छेद 370 को हटाना समय की आवश्यकता थी और इससे जम्मू कश्मीर और लद्दाख का तेजी से विकास होगा। श्रीलंका के दक्षिणी एक्सप्रेसवे पर कल रात दुर्घटना में 3 भारतीयों सहित 4 यात्रियों की मौत हो गई। दुर्घटना उस समय हुई जब एक वैन एक लॉरी से टकरा गई। मृतकों में वाहन चालक और एक महिला शामिल है। पुलिस ने बताया कि दुर्घटना के समय 6 भारतीय मतारा से कोलंबो जा रहे थे। पुलिस के अनुसार वैन के ड्राइवर को झपकी आने से दुर्घटना हुई। 2 घायल भारतीयों का अस्पताल में इलाज चल रहा है। कोलंबो में भारतीय उच्चायोग मृतकों के पार्थिव शरीर भारत लाने के लिए आवश्यक सहायता उपलब्ध करा रहा है। सरकार ने पाकिस्तान की एक महिला को भारतीय नागरिकता प्रदान की है। पुंछ के जिला विकास आयुक्त राहुल यादव ने कल मोहम्मद ताज की पत्नी खतीजा परवीन को भारतीय नागरिकता पंजीकरण प्रमाण पत्र सौंपा। पाकिस्तान में जन्मी खतीजा परवीन को भारतीय से विवाह के आधार पर नागरिकता अधिनियम 1955 के तहत नागरिकता दी गई है। खतीजा के और उनके पति ने पंजीकरण प्रमाण पत्र मिलने के बाद सरकार का आभार व्यक्त किया है। भारत और ईरान ने चाबहार बंदरगाह के चालू करने में हुई प्रगति पर संतोष व्यक्त किया है। विदेश मंत्री सुब्रमण्यम जयशंकर और ईरान के विदेश मंत्री मोहम्मद जवाद जरीफ ने माना है कि ये बंदरगाह भारत और ईरान, अफगानिस्तान, मध्य एशिया तथा यूरोप के बीच व्यापार संबंधों तथा संपर्कों को मजबूत करने में महत्वपूर्ण भूमिका निभाएगा। भारत और ईरान ने आतंकवाद के खतरों पर गहरी चिंता व्यक्त की और आतंकवाद की सुरक्षित पनाहगाहों को सभी तरह की मदद बंद करने का आह्वान किया। जीएसटी की शुरुआत के बाद सक्रिय करदाताओं की संख्या 1 करोड़ 21 लाख से अधिक हो गई है। इनमें से लगभग 66,800 नए करदाता हैं। कल बेंगलुरु में जीएसटी से जुड़े मंत्रियों के समूह की बैठक में कर चोरी तथा जीएसटी दाखिल करने की प्रक्रिया को सरल बनाने जैसे अनेक मुद्दों पर चर्चा की गई। इसके साथ ही ये समाचार बुलेटिन समाप्त हुआ।
This is All India Radio. Welcome to our program International News, where we bring you news from across the globe. I am Nishit Kumar. The headlines. India and Iran expressed satisfaction over the progress in operationalization of Chabahar port. Air Chief Marshal R.K.S. Bhadauria to embark on a 5-day official visit to Egypt today. And Rakhi Haldar creates 2 new national records, clinches a bronze in women's 64 kg weight category at Qatar International Cup. India and Iran have expressed satisfaction at the progress achieved in operationalization of the Shahid Beheshti port Chabahar. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar and the Foreign Minister of Iran, Dr. Muhammad Javad Zarif, recognized that it has a potential to act as a gateway between the Indian subcontinent, Iran, Afghanistan, Central Asia, and Europe. They also welcomed the utilization of the port for exports from Afghanistan and discussed ways to promote it for enhancing wider regional connectivity for trade and transit. Both sides reiterated support for strengthening bilateral trade and commerce. It was agreed to take humanitarian approach in dealing with issues related to fishermen and seafarers. The 19th session of India-Iran Joint Commission was held in Tehran on Sunday. It was co-chaired by Dr. Jaishankar and the Foreign Minister of Iran. During the meeting, the two ministers reviewed and positively assessed progress in bilateral cooperation, including connectivity, trade and commerce, cultural and people-to-people contacts. They also expressed support for efforts to maintain peace, security and stability in the region. It was agreed to commemorate the 70th anniversary of the bilateral Treaty of Friendship in 2020. During his visit, External Affairs Minister called on the President of Iran, Dr. Hassan Rouhani. He also met Secretary, Supreme National Security Council, Rear Admiral Ali Shamkhani and Minister for Roads and Urban Development, Mohammad Eslami. In Iran, schools in Tehran province have been closed until Friday due to severe air pollution, authorities announced, extending their closure to a full week. State news agency IRNA reported schools in northern Alborz province were also closed for the week. Tehran city was cloaked by thick toxic smog for the third successive day today that blanketed out landmarks like Milad Tower and the snow-capped Alborz mountains. Pollution worsens in Tehran during winter when cold air and a lack of wind traps hazardous smog over the capital for days on end, a phenomenon known as thermal inversion. The sprawling capital is one of the world's most polluted cities. According to a World Bank report last year, most of the pollution in the city of 8 million is caused by heavy-duty vehicles, motorbikes, refineries and power plants. In Saudi Arabia, a court has sentenced 5 people to death and jailed 3 others over the murder of the journalist Jamal Khashoggi last year. Saudi Arabia's public prosecutor said the court issued death sentences on 5 men who directly took part in the killing. 3 others were handed lengthy sentences amounting to 24 years in jail, and 2 other top officials escaped sentencing. The public prosecution did not file charges against 10 more individuals and released them due to insufficient evidence. A report.
The deputy public prosecutor stressed that the investigations showed that there was no previous hostility between the perpetrators and the victim. Some pointed fingers at the all-powerful Saudi Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman, behind the killing of Khashoggi. The Crown Prince denied any involvement but later said he took full responsibility as a leader in the Saudi Arabia, especially since it was committed by individuals working for the Saudi government. Khashoggi, a prominent critic of the Saudi government, was killed inside the Saudi Arabian consulate in Istanbul in October 2018 by a team of Saudi agents. Natasha Karnani for AIR News.
Quick Reaction Surface-to-Air Missile QRSAM system developed by Defense Research and Development Organization DRDO was successfully flight tested from Integrated Test Range Chandipur of the Odisha coast today. The missile was flight tested with full configuration in deployment mode, intercepting the target mid-air, meeting the mission objectives. The entire event was monitored by the ground telemetry systems, range radar systems, electro-optical tracking system, etc. The QRSAM weapon system, which operates on the move, comprises of fully automated command and control system, active array battery surveillance radar, active array battery multifunction radar, and launcher. Both radars are 4-volt, having 360-degree coverage with search on move and track on the move capability. The system is compact with a minimum number of vehicles for a firing unit. Single-stage solid-propel missile has mid-course inertial navigation system with two-way data link and terminal active seeker developed indigenously by the DRDO. The missile successfully engaged the aerial target, establishing its capability. Director General, Missiles and Strategic Systems M.S.R. Prasad was present during the trial. With this mission, the developmental trials of the weapon system are successfully completed and the weapon system is expected to be ready for induction by 2021. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh and Chairman DRDO Dr. G. Satish Reddy have congratulated the teams involved in the flight trials and development of QRSAM. Economic Counselor and Director of Research Department at the International Monetary Fund IMF, Geeta Gopinath, met Prime Minister Narendra Modi in New Delhi yesterday. The Prime Minister's office PMO posted pictures of Prime Minister Modi with Gopinath on its Twitter handle. Gopinath had on Friday said that the regulatory uncertainty has played a major role in the economic slowdown in India. Gopinath also said that the Goods and Services Tax GST has been significant in formalizing the Indian economy. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, visit our News on AIR app and follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. You can also visit our website www.newsonair.com and our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. You are listening to our program International News, where we bring you news from across the globe. Stay tuned to our YouTube channel for more updates from across the world. Air Chief Marshal R.K.S. Bhadauria will embark on a 5-day visit to Egypt beginning today with an aim to strengthen the long-standing bilateral relations between New Delhi and Cairo. During the visit, the Chief of the Air Staff is scheduled to visit various operational and training establishments of the Egyptian Air Force and also interact with senior officials of the Egyptian Armed Forces. The visit will provide an impetus towards enhancing defense cooperation between the two air forces, as well as strengthening the long-standing bilateral relations between India and Egypt. India has welcomed the announcement of preliminary results of the presidential elections of Afghanistan held on the 28th of September. In response to a query on Afghan presidential elections, External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Ravish Kumar said India commends all the leaders and institutions for their hard work to preserve and strengthen democracy in the country. He said New Delhi expects that the complaints would be addressed through the prescribed legal processes so that the final results are declared in a timely manner. The spokesperson hoped that the Afghan leaders and other stakeholders will work together to further strengthen the democratic polity and to fight the serious challenges of terrorism facing the country. He said India remains committed to work with the people and government of Afghanistan in its fight against terrorism and in its pursuit of socio-economic development. China warned today that US was turning the cosmos into a battlefield after Washington announced a new military arm called the Space Force. US President Donald Trump signed the 2020 National Defense Authorization Act on Friday, which act created a new branch of the US military. China's Foreign Ministry spokesman Geng Shuang said these actions from the Washington strongly violate the international consensus of the peaceful use of outer space. He said it is also posing a direct threat to outer space, peace and security. Geng called for the international community to adopt a prudent and responsible attitude to prevent outer space from becoming a new battlefield. The Space Force will be the sixth formal force of the US military after the Army, Air Force, Navy, Marines and the Coast Guard. China yesterday hit back at the US for criticizing its blocking of a UN Security Council resolution over civilian aid for Syria. Beijing also accused Washington of politicizing humanitarian issues. On Saturday, U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo described as shameful Russia and China blocking the UN resolution which would have extended for a year cross-border humanitarian aid to 4 million Syrians. China reacted saying it voted on the basis of right and wrong. Humanitarian aid currently flows into Syria through the UN-designated checkpoints in Turkey and Iraq without the formal permission of the regime in Damascus, but that authority is due to expire on January 10th. Germany, Belgium and Kuwait presented a resolution extending that authority for a year, winning the support of 13 council members but drawing the vetoes of Russia and China. China has said that it will lower import tariffs on over 850 products, including frozen pork, from January next year. The finance ministry said today that the lowered tariffs may help ease the pressure on the country's depleted pork supply. A report.
China has been hit by a severe pork shortage after African swine fever tore through the country's pig herds. According to official statistics, more than 1 million pigs have been culled due to the disease, and prices of the staple meat have more than doubled. Today's announcement said tariffs on frozen pork will drop from 12% to 8% from January the 1st. The announcement from the Tariff Commission of the State Council said the changes will optimize the trade structure and promote the high-quality development of the economy. Other products which have lower import tariffs include fruit products such as fish, cheese and nuts, pharmaceuticals and a range of chemical products. According to the statement, goods from countries including New Zealand, Peru, Costa Rica, Switzerland, Iceland, Australia, South Korea and Pakistan will also be subject to even lower levies under the renegotiated bilateral trade agreements. The move does not appear to be linked with the bruising US-China trade war, which has seen Washington and Beijing exchanging blows for more than a year. Natasha Karnani for AIR News.
This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, visit our News on AIR app and follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. You can also visit our website www.newsonair.com and our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. You are listening to our program International News, where we bring you news from across the globe. Stay tuned to our YouTube channel for more updates from across the world. Nepal police has detained 122 Chinese nationals for engaging in suspicious activities. They were held from various parts of Kathmandu on Monday. Chief of Metropolitan Police Crime Division and Senior Superintendent of Police SSP Shahakul Thapa told AIR that detained Chinese citizens were illegally staying and engaged in some suspicious activities. He said further investigation is underway. According to media reports, detained Chinese nationals were overstaying their tourist visas and suspected to be involved in illegal economic activities. The European Union sharply criticized the opening of a rail link between Russia and the annexed Crimean Peninsula, calling it another violation of Ukraine's sovereignty. The statement was issued hours after Russian President Vladimir Putin rode in the driver's cabin of a train marking the inauguration of the route starting from the city of Kerch in Crimea, the Ukrainian peninsula that Russia annexed 5 years ago. The rail link passes over a 19-kilometer-long bridge that was built by a company owned by a billionaire businessman ally of Putin. Ukraine's government and the Western countries view Russia's annexation of Crimea as illegal. The statement from the EU underlined that the railway on the Kerch Bridge was built with the Ukraine's consent. France's armed forces said yesterday it had carried out a drone strike for the first time during operations in Mali at the weekend. The army said 40 terrorists were killed in this strike. In a statement, the French military command said the drone strike happened during a follow-up operation Saturday in which another 7 terrorists were killed. The strike came just 2 days after the French army announced it had finished testing the remotely piloted drones for armed operations. In Iraq, thousands of protesters blocked roads and bridges across the southern part of the country yesterday, condemning Iranian influence and political leaders who missed another deadline to agree on a new prime minister. Anti-government demonstrators burned tires in the major cities across the south, forcing the closure of schools and government buildings. Negotiations over a candidate to replace Premier Abdel Mahdi, who quit in November in the face of protests against corruption and unemployment, remained deadlocked as a midnight Sunday deadline expired. While a pro-Iran camp has tried to impose a candidate, Iraqi President Barham Saleh has reportedly put up resistance. Demonstrators announced civil disobedience campaigns in the southern cities of Diwania, Nasiriyah, Hela, Kut and Amara, closing public buildings and blocking roads on the orders of the people. In Syria, at least 5 people have been killed and wounded, others as a vehicle rigged with explosives blew up in a market in a northern town today. State news agency Sana said the blast occurred in the village of Suluk near the Turkish border. A similar death toll was also given by the Turkey-based Syrian National Council and the Britain-based Syrian Observatory for Human Rights and Opposition War Monitor. The observatory, which has a network of activists in Syria, said 20 others were also wounded. Suluk is controlled by Turkey-backed opposition fighters and is near the Syrian border town of Tal Abyad in the Raqqa province. Israeli servicemen injured a Palestinian man armed with a knife while he was trying to cross the border fence between Israel and the Gaza Strip, the Israel Defense Forces IDF said. The press service said that the suspect was detected while trying to cross the security fence from the southern Gaza Strip to Israel. The suspect made threats with a knife and the soldiers opened fire in response. According to the statement, the suspect was detained and hospitalized and will be transferred for questioning later. In Sri Lanka, 3 people have been killed and over 64,000 people affected by the adverse weather affecting the country in the latest rainfall conditions. Disaster Management Center (DMC) said that around 18,000 people have been displaced so far and are housed at temporary shelters. Several areas in north and east have received over 100 millimeters rainfall over the past few days, leading to several water reservoirs overflowing. Navy and the Air Force as well as the Army has been deployed to several locations to rescue stranded people and assist those affected by the adverse weather. Defense Minister said that 26 people were rescued in Batticaloa after they were trapped by the rising flood waters. At least 9 people were killed last month due to inclement weather conditions all over the country. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates, visit our News on AIR app and follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. You can also visit our website www.newsonair.com and our YouTube channel News on AIR Official. You are listening to our program International News, where we bring you news from across the globe. Stay tuned to our YouTube channel for more updates from across the world. Pakistan celebrated the return of Test cricket for the first time in over 10 years with a convincing 263-run win over Sri Lanka in the second Test in Karachi today, taking the series 1-0. A report.
It took 14 minutes and 16 balls for Pakistan to wrap up the win on the 5th morning as they took Sri Lanka's last 3 wickets without any addition to their overnight score 212. Pakistan had set a daunting 476-run target and reduced the visitors to 212 runs for 7 wickets at the close. Teenage bowler Naseem Shah at 16 years became the second youngest bowler to take 5 wickets, giving 31 runs in a Test innings after left-arm spinner Naseem ul Ghani, who holds the record against West Indies at Georgetown in 1957-1958 series. Pakistan had been forced to play its home series outside the country, mostly in United Arab Emirates, since 2009, when the bus carrying the Sri Lankan team was attacked by terrorists in Lahore. 6 policemen and a driver escorting the match officials were killed. Natasha Karnani for AIR News.
Pacer Jasprit Bumrah returned to India's T20 and ODI squads for the next month's home matches against Sri Lanka and Australia, while top batsman Rohit Sharma was rested from the T20s in the squads announced today. Opener Shikhar Dhawan also made a comeback to both the squads, chairman of selectors MSK Prasad announced after a meeting of the 5-member panel in New Delhi. India will take on Sri Lanka in the 3 T20 internationals from January 5 followed by 3 one-day internationals against Australia from January 14. Along with Rohit, pacer Mohammad Shami has also been rested from the T20 series against Sri Lanka. Indian weightlifter Rakhi Haldar, with creating 2 national records, clinched a bronze medal in the women's 64 kg weight category at the Qatar International Cup in Doha. The Commonwealth Championship gold medalist superseded the senior national record in both snatch and total lift with a personal best effort of 218 kgs and 95 kgs in snatch with 123 kgs in clean and jerk last night. At the Commonwealth Championships in June, Haldar had clinched the gold with a combined effort of 214 kgs, including 94 kgs and 120 kgs in clean and jerk. We present you a desk report.
India ended the Olympic qualifying silver level event with 3 medals. Former world champion Mirabai Chanu had won the gold on the opening day, while teenager Jeremy Lalingua had claimed a silver in the power pack performance. The points from this tournament will come in handy when the final rankings for 2020 Tokyo Olympics cut are done. To qualify for Tokyo Games, a weightlifter must compete in at least one event in each of the 3 periods of 6 months spread over November 2018 to April 2020. At least 6 events overall and in at least 1 gold and 1 silver level event. Natasha Karnani for AIR News.
The annual Akashwani Awards will be given in New Delhi today. Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar will confer the awards. The Akashwani Awards were instituted in 1974 to promote professional excellence and bring out the best from the staff working at various radio stations and installations. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. India and Iran expressed satisfaction over the progress in operationalization of the Chabahar port. Air Chief Marshal R.K.S. Bhadauria to embark on a 5-day official visit to Egypt today. And Rakhi Haldar creates 2 new national records, clinches a bronze in the women's 64 kg weight category at the Qatar International Cup. You were listening to our program International News, where we bring you news from across the globe. Stay tuned to our YouTube channel for more updates from across the world. For quick news updates, visit our News on AIR app and follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. You can also visit our website www.newsonair.com. And with that, we end this news bulletin.